What's up everyone, Drunken Phoenix here. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell. So today I'm going to be giving my reaction to people talking about their car buying regrets. And this is like kind of resonates with me perfectly because for the past couple of months, I had a car buying regret. My BMW was giving me like some really big issues and it was just so hard to pinpoint everything, and I went to so many different people. But, you know, long story short, I was able to get the issue fixed, and my BMW is running better than ever right now. So I got kind of lucky, but it did take like a lot of trial and error with different people and fixing things that weren't broken, and then, you know how that goes. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the video.
Do not buy an Audi SQ5. I've had a 2025 SQ5 for about 2 weeks. Within 24 hours, I was already having sensor alarms. It wouldn't go into park. It was just like 7, 8 alarms all at the same time. Over the last 2 weeks, I've spent 8+ hours at Audi. Still not able to link the digital key. Still not being able to figure out why all of these alarms are going off all the time. They've done an update. Honestly, love the aesthetics. Absolutely obsessed with the aesthetics in this car. I will actually stitch in like a night view of the car. Aesthetics are just chef's kiss, but sensor wise, like software issue, just not worth it for the price.
Okay, so I can definitely see where this lady is coming from. Like, I feel like for the amount of money that you spend on these luxury vehicles, especially the German ones, you would think that they would have their shit together when it comes to technology, but a lot of these cars are known for having so many technical issues. Thankfully, my car, I haven't had anything major. I mean, I had my repairs I had to do, but nothing like what this lady's going through. And I think it's just a shame that it's basically a new vehicle. She got it in 2025. It's a 2025 model, and she's going through this, you know. And these cars are known for depreciating really fast. So I'm sorry, that really has to suck. And of course, that can happen to any vehicle. But you know, whenever you're buying something new, you wouldn't expect that. You wouldn't expect to have that many software issues. That's really very unfortunate. Yeah, what I have to say for this video, for this particular clip is, unless you have like a lot of money to spend, if you're going to get a German vehicle like a BMW, Audi, or Mercedes, I would never recommend buying them new. Like I said, unless you just have like a lot of money to spend and throw away, I would not recommend buying them new. I would buy them a little bit older, only because they depreciate so fast in value. So my car, when I got my car, I got it when it was 7 years old. So by that time, it probably lost already like 60-70% of its value. But I mean, it still looks pretty good. But yeah, I mean, this sucks for this lady. So.
Okay, so let me put y'all on real quick. So back during the pandemic, whatever you want to call it, I bought not only one, but 2 motherfucking high-end luxury cars. I got a BMW and a Range Rover. And looking back, I could really slap the fuck out of myself if I'm just being honest. Not because I couldn't afford it then or now, but because I'm no longer trying to keep up with chasing the look. You feel me? I really wasn't thinking long term when I bought these dumb investments. I'ma just be honest with you. It's really nothing cute about being stuck with 2 high-end ass car notes. I promise you that. Especially when it's a depreciating asset. But forget the situation. Here's the lesson. If you're going to get a higher end car, lease it. Do not finance it for 6 or 7 years just to be stuck in a car note that you no longer really want. Then you can't sell it without taking a hit. Because this is the thing. When I bought my cars, y'all know everything was overpriced during motherfucking pandemic. So not only am I in a hole with 2 vehicles, you get what I'm saying? It's just like they're not even worth it for what I'm paying on them. They really don't hold their value. Like, they lost their value so motherfucking quick. It's crazy. I mean, unless you got money and you just like, fuck it, you don't care, and you just want to, you know what I'm saying, blow your money on a vehicle, do you by any means. But for me, I feel like if I would have leased my cars, leasing would have gave me a way better out. You get what I'm saying? Because I would still be whatever I want to be in, and it would be brand new. I'm 30 now, so clearly my goals just look different for myself, if I'm just being honest with you all. I don't really care about people seeing me look wealthy. I want to be wealthy. Real assets, real money in the bank, real investments, all that good shit. If you're watching this and you're thinking about getting a luxury car, just pause for a moment.
Okay, so I can relate this to this lady so much because I'm not 30 yet, but I am in my late 20s, and you know, I don't. We're all allowed to make a lot of dumb mistakes, and trust me, in our early 20s and mid 20s, we make a lot of dumb mistakes, and I'm on the same page with her now. Like, you know, it's at this point, if you had, I mean, I guess it depends where you are in life, but once you get in your late 20s, early 30s, you kind of, I don't know, I think you just kind of get, well, you should at least, you should become like more mature, and like a lot of like shiny objects and stuff like that, you have a lot less interest in trying to impress other people or look rich, or you know, like you get a lot more settled in just who you are. I think there's like a different type of confidence that sets in your late 20s. I mean, it should, hopefully it sets in for people in their late 20s. But yeah, I agree with what she said about, you know, don't buy a brand new luxury car unless you have like a lot of money. I would recommend, you know, like I said, get something that's a few years old. And when I say just a few years old, I'm not talking about like something that's like 10 or more years. I mean, it could be 10 years, but just something that to where, you know, the most depreciation has already taken place. So you're not stuck with a lemon that you cannot, you know, afford to keep anymore. As for me, I don't necessarily regret getting my BMW, but I do kind of feel that, I don't know, I guess, how can I put this? If I could go back in time, I probably would have gotten a Lexus instead, only because they're a little bit more reliable. And I feel like with the BMW, although it's running great now and it still looks good, I mean, I look pretty hard driving it. I still have this bit of uneasiness because I'm just always in the back of my mind hoping, like, I hope it doesn't, you know, give me any more issues in the future. But yeah, so that's how I feel.
I'm not here to kind of like push you away from what you want to do. I'm here to just simply give you a better understanding of where you should put your money or how to utilize your money when purchasing a brand new high-end luxury car, so you don't feel like how I feel. Always remember, fix your credit first and make sure your money is always working for you. If you need help fixing your credit, I got you. That's my lane. I've been doing that. Give me the word credit and let's get your profile looking all the way together. Honestly, I made the mistake so y'all don't have to.
Honestly, and I mean full disrespect when I say this, fuck Hyundai. I don't care, Hyundai, whatever you go by, fuck you. Y'all knew your cars were faulty. Y'all knew it, and it's still on the market, and you're still selling it. And I get it. Maybe it's my fault. I live in Philadelphia, but the amount of times that every time, I swear to God, at least once a week, every time I come, there's something fucking wrong with my car. And you know what? Bully me, mind you. Bully me because, you know, people were saying, unbeknownst to me, people were saying not to buy Elantra, not to buy Hyundai cars because their cars fucking suck. I didn't know that. I was just very excited to buy a car. I saved up money. I bought a car that I thought was good. I guess, you know, I really should have did my fucking research. I'm so tired. Like, I didn't know. Apparently, there's like this faulty system and they're very easy to steal. The amount of times that my car windows have been smashed, the amount of times that people, like my fuse box have been tampered with. It's Halloween weekend. It's my niece's birthday and I just want to spend time with my family. So to come into my car and see that someone's tampered with my car, I don't even know what they did. And now there's this stupid fucking light blinking. I don't know if there's something that's missing or like what's going on. And like I checked under the hood. I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking at. And it's just like makes me so fucking angry because I was like, I was so really looking forward to this weekend, and now I don't even know if I can't afford to buy a train ticket. I can't afford to buy a bus ticket. This is my only way to see my family. And fucking look. Never. If you're new and you don't really know and you're not experienced, don't ever fucking buy a Hyundai. Don't ever fucking buy a Hyundai, and especially don't buy a Hyundai Elantra. And you know what, Hyundai or Elantra or whatever fucking car manufacturer, if you're watching this right now, you owe me a new fucking car. You owe me a new car. I will make it so that no one ever buys your fucking cars ever fucking again. You owe me.
I've had my dream car.
Okay, so that was a lot. So what I would say first is, I mean, this is my own baggage, but Hyundai, I'd never been a fan of that brand. I always saw them as a bootleg Honda. Like it just, except the H is slanted. Okay, like I don't know. I never was a big fan of Hyundai, or how we pronounced it. One thing that stood out to me in that video was I noticed with like a lot of newer cars, they're a lot more electric based as far as just like a lot more software based. Like a lot of the modern cars, like I know my car for instance, it doesn't even have the manual dipstick anymore. Like if you want to check your oil level, you have to use the little software measurement tool, which is nice. It's nice to have that convenience, but what if technology always fails at some point? So what if that fucks up? Then I won't be able to have no way of knowing my oil level unless I get a new oil sensor, whatever I need. And I think that's that I don't really like that direction that a lot of vehicles are taking with a lot more electric and software based. And yeah, and even what this lady says, her car is probably newer than mine, but she said that someone was able to break into something and just, I guess, hack into the software. And that sounds very scary, actually. And I would never really be secure knowing that can happen. I guess I would have to get used to it, given that's the direction cars are, going these days. But yeah, just my 2 cents.
For about 4 months, and I'm selling it today. Well, maybe I shouldn't say it's my dream car, because literally right after I bought it, I realized I didn't really like it that much. And it was really crazy because you work so hard to get to a level where you can afford these things that you've always dreamed of. And as soon as I did, I realized it wasn't what I actually wanted. Anyway, this thing goes out today, and hopefully in the next month, the new one will be coming in, and I can't wait to show you guys what that one's going to look like.
Okay, that dude definitely looks early 20s. What I have to say to that, I really hope he can afford to buy those cars that he's getting. I hope this is not another matter of early 20s dumb mistakes. I really hope he can, afford the cars he's getting. It's not really going to hurt him financially. I mean, even if he was super rich, I still think just wasting money on a car is like that is just very crazy. But
another piece of advice for fucking all of America from a 30-year technician. I've been a tech all my life since I was 18 years old. CAN bus systems, all these computer systems that are running in these cars are expensive to fix. They're hard as hell to fix. Don't sit there and bullshit a 30-year tech saying it's not hard to fix a CAN bus system. It's very fucking difficult to fix these fucking cars. You guys waste all your money on BMWs, Mercedes, and all these fancy ass cars that you don't fucking need. You're only in your car for, 30 minutes to an hour every freaking day of your life, and you're sitting there paying how much money for these cars? You need a Toyota Camry, Toyota Corolla, Hyundai freaking Elantra. You need something that's cheap. Honda. Don't buy Jeeps. Don't buy Dodge. And I'm not talking about the trucks. The trucks, every truck has its own problems, whether it's electrical, whether it's fuel or suspension or anything else. They all have their own freaking problems. You need to do some more research when you're buying these damn vehicles. I don't know why in the hell anybody's spending over freaking $600 a month on a regular basis to have a vehicle that you're only in the car for 30 minutes to an hour every day. I don't care who the hell you are or what freaking thing, or what you buy. It doesn't matter to me, but you do not need a car that is $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a month. All you're doing is it for fun or for show or to make people like you, and that's stupid. It's dumb. Life is not about the stupid ass toys. Life is about having a little bit of freedom in your fucking life, and having a fancy ass car that's not paid off is definitely not freedom to me. I don't know what the hell you guys are thinking.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I did feel a little bit attacked by that video, but once he said $600 a month, I don't pay anywhere near $600 a month for my car. For you people that are paying $700, $800, $900, $1,200 a month for a car, I hope it's worth it for you, because that, I can't even imagine that. Even if I was like, a multi-millionaire. I guess if I was a multi-millionaire, that wouldn't really matter. But yeah, what really stood out to me in that particular clip was how he said that, a lot of the newer cars and with the electronic software they have, and just how everything is more, I guess electronic based, it is a lot harder for, regular people, or like maybe like local smaller mechanics or mobile mechanics, it's harder for them to repair these things. Like, they're not as easy. And the reason why that's concerning is because it kind of helps the dealers, a lot of the dealerships, because we all know that, whenever something's wrong with your car, the car dealerships, they always charge the most outrageous prices to fix the most simplest things. So I know from personal experience that, a lot of mobile mechanics, or just like, more independent people can offer way better deals for car repairs at and do just as good of a job, if not better, So yeah, that's a little concerning, because I just remember when I was getting my BMW fixed, like I was surprised how, because I had some oil issues with it, and that's when I really learned that I don't have an oil dipstick in my car. Like, it's just electronic based, and the software wasn't down, but it was just given the issues I was having, I felt like it might have been glitching a little bit. So that just made things so much harder to repair, because you don't know if everything's accurate. So that's something to keep in mind. Hopefully, if you're a car repair person, please stay up to date on the newest technologies and how to repair those things, because people like me and many others really depend on you to give us a reasonable price for car repairs. So
that I did these two cars, right? I'm paying 5,000 a month, Yusuf. I'm tired of paying 5,000. Right? Hello?
Hey, this is Yusuf, the car dealer.
Hey, Yusuf, brother, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. I'm calling about that Mercedes and the BMW M850.
M850.
M850, okay, M850i. Tell me what you got.
So I have these two cars, right? I'm paying 5,000 a month, Yusuf. I'm tired of paying 5,000, right? I think I can get something much better than 5,000. I know I'm overpaying. The stupidity that I did, I actually found a local blower because I needed a car.
I'm sorry, 5,000 a month is outrageous for a car, bro. Even if I was really rich and I can afford a car that's $5,000 a month, I would just buy it up front, to be honest. Like, wow, is that, that's crazy. At least you wouldn't have to pay interest or anything. It's just, these people would be buying some cars.
At that time, I was not being smart with my decision. So I bought, I leased a car locally in California. That's the worst mistake I did, to be honest. I want to get rid of both of these cars, right? My BMW lease is ending next year in March. My BMW lease ends in July next year. Both cars in one deal is not going to work. I can hold the BMW, but then again, I'm going to get to $5,000 payment, right? So I was thinking to just get rid of both cars and just get into one car.
What kind of car do you want to get into?
To be honest with you, I was looking G63, but the numbers in California are completely off. And how the market is set up, I can't think about getting a new car. So I have to go for the used car. G63, G-Wagon, or probably Urus. In the payment between $3,000 to $3,500. To be
This guy still hasn't learned his lesson, paying $3,000 a month for a car. Again, I don't know dude's salary. Maybe he got it like that, but I think that's ridiculous. Especially to lease a car. You're not even buying it for yourself.
It's $3,000, not $3,500. So what can I get into to be in $3,000 a month?
All right, so if you want to get $3,000 a month and you're looking for my advice, I guess we got to start with how much do you make a month? Your income.
See, I'm a contractor consultant, right? So it's a little bit different. So I would say close to 15 to 20,000 a month.
And then what's your credit score right now?
822. FICO, I checked on Experian.
Oh, beautiful. And how much money do you have down to because right now you have a little bit of negative equity on both?
So I'm confused. So if he makes 15 to 20,000 a month for his salary, why is he having trouble paying $5,000 a month for a car? I mean, well, I guess if you think about it, I guess maybe he has a nice house that might be maybe like a high mortgage payment, and then you got the insurance, and then other things. Like, honestly, dude, you don't need that car. I'm just gonna be honest. This is crazy to me.
Both cars, and they are leases. There's a lease termination fee you may have to pay, or you have to pay the remainder of the lease payment. How much do you have money down right now to get into a new car?
And I'm going to be really honest with you. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. The max I can put is probably like $5,000 down. I can't do more than that.
$5,000 down, brother. You make good money. You only have $5,000 to put down?
And the problem is I bought a house from the family.
$5,000 down, you won't be able to get out of both of these cars. You have great credit. And for the 2022 Mercedes S-Class right now, it's worth about $79,000 to $81,000. If you owe $86,000, that means you're about $5,000 to $6,000 underneath on that one, right? For the BMW 850i. How many miles are on that one? Okay, so on the Carfax is pulling up 14,000. So this one's worth $65,000 and you owe $76,000. So you're $11,000 underneath on that one. You're right around $20,000, give or take a couple thousand underneath on the vehicles. And what you could do is you could take the $5,000 down payment and, I'll buy the Mercedes S580 off of you. Where you just have one payment. As far as a G-Wagon and all that, you're not going to get into a G-Wagon with only $5,000 down until you have more money to put down on a Lamborghini Urus or a G63 G-Wagon.
So BMW and just focus on getting rid of the Mercedes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I would do.
How much I have to pay out of pocket?
You would pay the $5,900 out of pocket.
Okay. And how this going to work? Are you going to pay directly to Mercedes?
Yeah. So
and then I have to pay them?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to just end it there, but I think this is a classic case of someone making, a pretty decent salary and, maybe in living a little bit above their means. So he said he makes anywhere from 15 to 20,000 a year. So that's up to is it 240 a year? Up to 240,000 a year, which is good money. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty decent salary. But I think this guy saw his salary and kind of wanted to feel like he got a little bit of money on his hands now, and maybe is living a little bit above his means, especially in California. I know the gas is expensive there, and for that salary, the taxes are pretty high as well, just for the state taxes. So I would just say, once you get good money, you should really focus on trying to keep it. Don't splurge too much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not saying you can't get a nice car. Get a nice car. Like I said, I like nice cars, but something that's within your means and something to where you can afford to pay it, and it's not going to be effortless. I mean, it's not going to require a lot of effort. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. It's a shame that someone that makes that much money is struggling to pay $5,000 a month for his car. Clearly the car was not in his budget. He can't afford it. And that's, yeah. But anyway, you all, thank you for watching my video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.